Good evening, my friends. Welcome to our Wednesday night live broadcast. And I'd like to welcome all of my friends that are watching this on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on my YouTube channel. Especially want to welcome all of my friends from Australia and New Zealand that have jumped into my boot camp. And naturally, I want to welcome all of my students that are participating in this live broadcast along with their guests. Let me just take a scroll down and look to see who's here. We have a number of new faces or new names that I don't recognize, so I want to welcome all of you. Aloha, Kurt. Hello, Barbara. Now, LinkedIn, Facebook, they're changing all the time. And in the last 3 weeks, LinkedIn specifically has made some adjustments, has made some changes, added a new feature that is going to make it easier to build your business because it's going to speed up the relationship building process. The stronger your relationship with a prospect, the faster he's going to sign up in your business. Tonight, we're going to talk about that among some other things. Now, before we get into that, let me just put in the chat for everybody. I have delayed the start of my January boot camp by a week. And I'm going to put in the chat window here 3 specific promotions to join me in boot camp. Boot camp's now going to start on February the 15th. I put the link in the chat. Go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code Best Deal. It'll drop the price from $597 to $79. We are introducing into all of our trainings Max GPT. We'll get into more of that another time. My scripts are going to serve as, for all intents and purposes, artificial intelligence for all of you. Follow the scripts and you can't fail. Now, as soon as you register for boot camp, you're going to have access to the January boot camp recorded sessions. So you can start right away. And for those of you that were having a problem with session 2, it's been fixed. So you can start watching the recorded sessions for January, and many of you will end up making sales before boot camp even starts. All boot camp sessions take place 9 o'clock Eastern time. They typically run 2 hours, sometimes 2.5. And the results that people get, in other people's words, spectacular. I got this from Terry. Oh my God, I'm in complete shock as to how fast your program goes. Man, I've never talked to as many qualified people for my business. I love that I can pick and choose. Since starting boot camp last week, I've signed up 4 more new people. Everybody I work with wants to know what I'm doing, and he's not telling anybody. I love this. I can do this anyway. Additionally, you can join me during our daily Ask Max sessions where we support the folks that are in boot camp. Now, for those of you that are students, for those of you that want to take your business to the next level. You can change your life in the next 90 days with focused energy. You all know about the power of repetition. Repetition is the key to network marketing mastery. Your participation in these 3 boot camps, February, March, and April, will enable you to establish a solid foundation for massive growth on LinkedIn and Facebook for the rest of the year. So go to maxsteingart.com/90-day challenge. Drops the price for each boot camp to $59. You're basically going to spend $2.74 a day. Additionally, when you register for the 90-day challenge, you'll also have access to me during our Saturday mastermind sessions. Or you can take the boot camp twofer. Register for the February and March boot camps. Repetition is the backbone on progress. Your participation in the February and March boot camps will enable you to participate at the lowest possible price and master my proven 4-step formula. Create, connect, communicate, and close. Be sure to use the promo code DOUBLE to drop the price to $59. Now, let's talk about these new LinkedIn features. Let me just take another quick peek. And see who's here. Things are changing all the time. Now, LinkedIn is the world's largest professional social network, but it's no longer a secret. 10 million marketers are rushing to join every month, forcing LinkedIn to make significant changes. Today, there are 1 billion, 10 million professional users. And everybody can be easily identified by the contents of their profile. We've used this image of a candy bowl for 26 years. Each colored candy represents a different type of prospect. The green M&Ms represent people that are looking for a business. Imagine walking into a room with 100 people and knowing that the 20 people in the room wearing green shirts would be interested in your business. Who would you talk to? People wearing red shirts would be customers. Would you talk to a customer? You talk to a business builder. You want your business to grow faster, you'll talk to a business builder. Easier on LinkedIn by looking at the contents of their profile to pick out the people that clearly would be perfect prospects for your business and interact with them, engage them in a conversation. Everyone on LinkedIn created their profile for a reason. Their photo and cover, plus the information provided about themselves and their visible daily activity, makes it easy to pick the best prospects for your business. Unemployed professionals who would be interested in your business and eager to talk about it, they're right there. The green M&Ms are people that are looking for a business. They want to make money. They want to replace their full-time job. They want an extra job. The green M&Ms want to make extra or full-time income from home. As a result of what's happening on LinkedIn, more people in network marketing are going to be able to go full-time. And yes, Kurt, the retreat is still on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The orange M&Ms represent recession victims, people looking for a way to make money and survive financially. Yellow M&Ms are unhappy network marketers seriously looking for another company. The blue M&Ms are active network marketers that will be open to looking at your business. And the red M&Ms are customers, people who would eagerly buy your products, could become business builders later. Now, to reach out and connect with people you don't know, you have to be very, very careful that they're active. And there are several ways to search. Before you reach out to somebody to begin to send a connection request, start a conversation, you must make sure they're active, or LinkedIn's algorithm is going to assume that you're a robot just arbitrarily reaching out to people, and they'll shut you down. In our January boot camp, I had 5 students that could not set up a LinkedIn account because previously they had used a bot, a chat bot actually, to communicate with people on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn shut them down. These people will never get back on. So LinkedIn's going to make it easy. They allow people to put an open to work frame around their picture. And if you follow my scripts, it only takes 3 or 4 back and forth messages, and you'll be able to pick out the people that you absolutely want to talk to. Now, last summer, we were teaching everybody that before you reach out to somebody, you have to make sure they're active. So how do you do that? A simple way is to check their activity. In this case, their posting activity. And the general rule to go by was if they're not active, they haven't done anything in a year, talk to somebody else. Last fall, that changed. LinkedIn made it easy to see what people were doing. All right? So you can see who's making comments, who's reacting. This makes it easier to identify the people that you want to talk to and distinguish them from the people that you don't. So, LinkedIn turned 20 years old last year. Millions of professionals are now rushing to join. They're getting 4 new members every second. LinkedIn currently is overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. All their systems are overwhelmed. You're trying to do something, it doesn't work. Don't beat yourself up. If it's not working, do something else, come back and try it later. Every week, 2.4 million members are joining. Every month, more than 10 million people are joining LinkedIn. And a large, significant number of these profiles are bogus. The whole world is rushing to LinkedIn. Their CEO said that their goal is to get to 3 billion members, which is the size of Facebook. Now, LinkedIn's growing global membership numbers enable you to build your business anywhere in the world. In North America, you got 245 million members. In the United States, it's 206. Canada, it's 20. Mexico, it's 19. Over the years, I've helped network marketers become million-dollar earners in their companies in Mexico, as well as Canada, not to mention the United States. In Europe, you got 242 million members. In the Asia-Pacific area, you got 202 million members. Latin America, you got 146 million members. And in the Middle East and Africa, 54 million. Here's some interesting LinkedIn information for you. People between the ages of 25 to 34 now account for almost 60% of LinkedIn's membership. They're getting younger. And social networks always make tools and features available to their users based on how often they use it. Younger people are more into video. They're more into GIFs, moving images. And so LinkedIn has been adding features popular to people in that age range. So for those of you that are baby boomers, maybe a little older or a little younger, they've got new tools available. Over 58.4 million companies are registered on LinkedIn. Easy to jump in and find people that are working for companies that closed. Last year, Bed Bath & Beyond shut down. They had 57,000 people. Everybody was looking for a new home. Got 129,000 schools. 39,000 different skills are listed. This is huge. They got 140 million people that have the open to work frame around their profile. So now you can search for people by their profession: a nurse, a doctor, a chiropractor, massage therapist, a teacher, store managers, work at home moms. Search for people by their military experience: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Merchant Marine. And you can search for people that are retired military, that are military veterans, or you could search for people in the military that are transitioning out of the service. You know, years ago, I had a student that was a sergeant in the Army. He was stationed in Korea. And in a year and a half, he became an Amway Diamond while he was serving in the Army in Korea. How did he do it? Well, as the soldiers in his platoon were leaving and going back to the States, many of them were interested in starting their own business. He set them up in an Amway business. You can search for people by their skill sets: sales training, recruiting, team building, leadership development. Search for people that have the skills to be successful in your business. Search for people by their location. Search for people by their activity. Search for people by the educational institution they attended. And search for people by their desire or urgency to find new ways to generate income. Now, LinkedIn makes it easier to find the best people that would be successful in your business based on their skills and their experience. Connect with them, show them what you have to offer, and enroll them. More people than ever before are looking for ways to make extra or full-time income and to work from home. You have the opportunity that provides a solution for them. Now, your success on LinkedIn is going to depend on a number of factors: optimizing your profile so it can be found in everyone's search results, adjusting your profile settings so people can see the important details, and understanding the dynamic uses of LinkedIn and how people communicate with other members. Positioning yourself as an authority within your niche market and industry, creating effective lead generation methods that turn prospects to business builders, influencing your audience with effective posting, and efficiently qualifying your prospects to increase your closing ratios. Now, with my new LinkedIn prospecting and recruiting tactics, scripts, and strategies, you'll make more sales this year than you did last year. And when you use them, you'll beat your competition to connecting with the hottest prospects, produce immediate results, get faster enrollments, position yourself as an authority to everyone in your niche market, ensure that you'll be chosen over your competitors, enroll experienced leaders, new distributors, and customers faster, and duplicate the process with everyone on your team. So when you know in advance by the contents and visible daily activity on someone's profile that they could be a perfect prospect for what you're selling, and you qualify them during a casual conversation, you're going to sell to more people and build your business faster. Now, people using LinkedIn's free non-premium service, we're always limited to doing 300 profile searches a month and sending out connection requests until last November. And then the ball changed. Due to the surge of new users that were violating their terms of service, LinkedIn rolled out major restrictions on all free accounts and originally reduced the number of monthly profile searches and connection requests that could be sent to 10 a month. And I understand they've expanded it to 30 a month. And they also reduced the size of the connection request message you can send from 300 characters to 200 characters. So when you start sending these out, they'll count down from 10. And they'll lock you out. So you want to take advantage of their free 30-day free trial. Now, before I go any further, let me pop over here because I want to share something with you. I went over this in this morning's session, and I got messages back from 2 people that told me they made a sale as a result of what they did. Now, when you go, for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for a while, and you've already got connections. By the way, you go over to your network, and one of the things, this is a tactic that we introduce in boot camp, it's outrageous. If you've already got connections, you go in and you adjust your profile. You make a change. Alan did it. Right? Alan did it. He took an item off of his profile. He re-entered it. And so this was rebroadcast to all of his connections. Now, what I want you to do is go up to your network. All right? And look at your first level connections. That's interesting. I did this morning. I had 10,000. Now I'm down to 9,500. By tomorrow, when I come back, it'll be back up to 10,000. But here's the deal. Go in and see how many people you're connected to by location and do California. So I'm connected to 774 people in California. Now, this morning we did it and we just focused on San Diego. California has been experiencing torrential rains, flooding, landslides all over the place. I think 5 or 6 people have been killed. But this is an example of using the bad weather strategy. Now, these are people that you're already connected to. You, by the same token, you could reach out to people, California, that you're not connected to. But it works better if you've already got the connection. A lot of the people that you're already connected to, you haven't talked to in a while. So you're going to use the bad weather, reach out to them, find out, I hope you've been well. How are you being affected by the rains? How is it affecting you? people will respond. It's a very, very effective way. Like I said, I've already heard from a number of people. We started a conversation with a prospect. They had already begun the process of talking to them about the business, and they were able to pick it right up. So your ability now here's an IT professional in California. Let's go over here and look at the message. So we've been connected. Now, what's interesting is we connected in 2021. And he's building a Melaleuca business. He's got his settings adjusted so people think he's there even if he's not. And let's come down and look at his activity. So let's look at his posts. Nothing. Let's look at his comments. He made a comment about this 2 months ago. Let's see if he's reacted to anything. He liked this. This was a week ago. So this is an example of someone who frankly is not very active on LinkedIn. Now, we've been connected since 2021, and he's only got 297 connections. So clearly, he's not using LinkedIn. Man, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. The important thing for all of you, and let this be a clue, okay? Because when you're talking to somebody on LinkedIn that's a network marketer, and you see they're not posting on a regular basis, you see they're not as active as they should be. Clearly, they're not doing as well in their business. And you have the solution. You all, for those of you that are students, for those of you that are watching, I urge you to get into boot camp. We'll show you how to do this. The bottom line is you have unlimited access to people. Now, I could restart the conversation with him. Okay, so the last time we did anything was in 2021. You could actually look at their profile. So we've actually been connected since 2021. But we can see he's there right now. So we can go over here. We can send him a message. Now, of course, the obvious question is, where is Lodi, California? So where is Lodi, California on a map? So they're certainly, they're in the center of the state. The bad stuff is down here. So he's probably not being affected like other people. So instead of searching in California, Los Angeles, and let's do San Diego. So I'm connected to 438 people. Now, let's look at this person here. Now she says she's open for work. Now, just lost her job here, and she was in Melaleuca till August of 2021. All right, so let's take a look. Now we've been connected. Let's see how long we've been connected. Okay, so the way you would restart a conversation here, hope you're well gift. Image. Right click, save it on your computer. I'm not sure there's going to be one. Hope you're safe and dry. Here's another one. This one's kind of cute. Save image as. All right, so you go back. Send a message. Okay, so first, come over here. Actually, so we've been connected. Hope you've been well for long as up here. That's all it takes. And sending a moving image is going to get you more visibility. Now, very successful salesperson, President's Club. There are clear questions. If you were a network marketing leader, you'd want to talk to her. President's Club. She left Melaleuca in 2021. Why? Well, maybe she got tired of following their old school methods, and she never really got her fingers on my program. You never know. You never know. So let me come back over here. Bad weather strategy. Now, LinkedIn has become Facebook for professionals. The new searching features are going to make it easier for you to hone in on the people, the perfect prospects for your business. LinkedIn is king over all the social networks. Now, if you're using the free service, at some point in time, they're going to restrict your ability to do searches. So you're going to have to upgrade. You got Sales Navigator. Up until last summer, I was recommending to all of you Sales Navigator because it enabled you to see who was posting. And then LinkedIn made it easy to see who was posting because they made the activity of each person visible. So it was only a matter of a few clicks. In the fall, I looked at Recruiter Lite. What Recruiter Lite is where you all want to be. Why? Because it allows you to pick the people that have just joined LinkedIn in the last 24 hours, in the last week, in the last 2 weeks, in the last month, in the last 90 days. So you can get to people before they're slammed. With Recruiter Lite, you can see who's new, but you can't see their posting history. If you want the posting history too, you got to go to Recruiter. They have a feature which is free, and it's called Celebrations. Now, even if you're using the free service, you can still get to Celebrations. You just have to know how to look for it. With Celebrations, you're going to be able to see who's active. You can see who's having a job change, a birthday, or a work anniversary, which will enable you to reconnect with and follow up with your best prospects, connect with the best new prospects. It's going to save you time. It's going to increase your closing rates. It's going to reduce rejection. It'll enable you to build a bigger team much faster. And now we're going to be introducing new posting tactics and strategies because posting enables you to build rapport with people without talking to them. These new posting tactics work like magic. And they will enable you to, I don't care how well you did last year, break recruiting records this year. Connect with people that have the skills to be successful, that have the experience to be successful. Posts builds rapport without talking to people. Bruce Lee's quote, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." The more you do this, it's a process. The more you do this, the better you are going to get. That's why I mentioned we have boot camp. We have our twofer, February and March. And then we have a 90-day boot camp challenge, which is February, March, and April. If you are bound and determined to be successful in your business, once you get this, I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. You look at a profile, you send a message. You know ahead of time who the best prospects are going to be. You can tell by the answers that you get whether you want to continue or not. You know exactly how the conversation is going to go. because they all follow a pattern. You find somebody that's looking for an opportunity. You check out the profile. The rest of it, repetition. Your one kick step to mastering every social network is my 4-step formula. Create that page. Put yourself out there. For those of you that already have connections, you have a built-in gold mine of people that you can go back to. At least 25% of the people that you're connected to are probably still prospects, but you haven't talked to them. Connect with people. Reconnect with people you're already connected with, or connect with new people. And then talk to them. And the more selective you are about who you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. Use my scripts. Qualify them. And enroll the people that clearly need what you have. Effective engagement will be the key to your success. This is so simple. Anyone can master it. Anyone. So for those of you that are students, for those of you that have gone through my course, maybe you went through it last year. Some of you go back a couple of years. How'd you do last year? How many people did you sign up last year in 2023? How many people that you signed up in the last quarter, November, actually October, November, and December? What are the people doing that you signed up in the last quarter? How many people did you sign up in January? It's a process. You're learning a dance, the cha-cha. 1, 2, cha-cha-cha, 3, 4, cha-cha-cha. The more you do it, the more familiar you master the steps. Then you put the steps to the rhythm of conversation. You get out on a dance floor. You're going to notice there's a pattern with everybody that you talk to. So posting builds engagement. Engagement, communication between you and the other person, builds relationships that turn into sales. So achieving success on LinkedIn and Facebook doesn't just mean increasing your friends, connections, or followers. You have to create relationships with your prospects before they will buy from you. In January boot camp, we gave everybody a case study. One of my students reached out to somebody in November. Within the first 5 minutes of conversation, my student was a pharmacist, and the person that she was talking to was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force who was also a nurse. And within the first 5 minutes, we learned that the person had been in 5 network marketing companies and would never get into another one in a non-salesy way. You know, most of the nurses that I met on LinkedIn that have been in nursing for 10 years or longer have all worked with a network marketing company to generate an extra stream of income. Which companies have you worked with? He rattled out 5, along with a comment, I will never do another one of those. Thank you very much. All right? Never do another one. 8 months later, that person joined her business. Now, for those of you that are in a hurry and you're thinking, 8 months, if we added up all of the actual time spent texting back and forth over those 8 months, it was less than 60 minutes. The communication kept them connected was posting. Posting. So every connection that you make is a seed planted in the garden. You keep posting. When you hear testimonials of people that say, hey, I signed up 5 people last week. How'd they do that? The people that they were connected to were ready. when I was building a network marketing business, I signed up 20 people between the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th of December. 4 people every day. When I went back and looked at who these people were, 14 of them were people I've been talking to since February, March, April, May. But in December, they were ready to pull the trigger. Only 6 were people that I met in December. Posing alone and ghosting your audience doesn't get you what you really want. Sales. Sales come from engagement with your prospects that build relationships. True engagement requires a proactive approach. So you need to strip away any promotions about your network marketing company. And this needs to be all about you. Managing engagement and communication with your friends and connections helps build relationships. And your posts will be more effective if we're using moving images, if we're moving GIFs. They get more attention. Let me come back over here. Now, I want to welcome Wilson back. Wilson, you participated in a boot camp, I think it was last year.
How are you doing, Max? Can you hear me?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Excellent. Yes, I did.
Let me see.
And
Did I spell your name right?
no, Calle.
That's what I thought.
I have been active with LinkedIn or Facebook for, for about a year or so.
Okay. Well, the good news is, oh, here we go. That you?
That's me, yes.
Okay, now first, number one, we're not connected. So what I'm going to do is let me bring up your profile. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a connection request so we can be connected. All right, now. Right, so clearly you've only got 63 connections and but that's something that you can jump into. So, are you on Facebook?
I I haven't been active for, like I said, at least a year,
Okay.
either on Facebook or LinkedIn. In fact, LinkedIn, I tried to log in a couple of days ago, just get ready to get on this call, and they're not even allowing me in. They want me to set up another account.
Why?
So I have no idea. I can't get in with my old information password. every time I try to get in, they're asking me to set up another account.
Um, but they didn't ask you to maybe verify your account. They're telling you they're telling you that, what are they saying? That this account is
Right.
no.
They actually take me into creating an account. I've tried many a times and it brings me back to the same creating an account.
Yeah, I tell you what, if see, we're both in the same time zone. Are you tomorrow morning at 9:30? I'm gonna, I got an Ask Max session. Would it be possible for you to attend that one?
Yes, I'll be on.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do tomorrow, um, after we're connected, you can send me the email address and the password you use to log in, and I'll try to get into your account and we'll see what it is.
Great.
All right. And but here's the thing.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. Whatever you did up to now, those 63 people that you're connected to, you're still connected. So let's take a minute and look at and so what are you trying to market and promote? What networking company are you working with?
Actually, it is not a network marketing company.
Okay.
It's a company that is promoting financial services. Uh, and it's Stride as the name, STRYDE.
Okay. Well, so financial services. Um, there's a strategy that you're going to want to use that's different. Okay, and I've got an example. Let me come over here and bring up Sam. Now, Sam is also selling a financial services type of a business. And you come over here. So I started working with him in March of last year. And within 2 weeks, okay, we worked on his page. Well, he sent me this. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So after I think it was our second coaching session, he sent me this. He's since our last coaching session, I sponsored 12 people, and he's been busy onboarding the team. He's been spending 5 to 6 hours a day. And I pointed out to him, no, you have when you're signing up that many people, you have to do group training. So he came back about a week later. Hard to believe, I've always been wanting to send you a testimonial. I've added 21 team members in the last 3 weeks. It's one a day. He says, your way of coaching gave me the reassurance to go from where I was for a few months stuck, not going forward, getting rejection after rejection, to signing up 90%, 9 out of 10 people he talks to, he signs up.
Wow.
Now, how did that happen? For one thing, let's come back up. We went in and he had 4,700 connections. And we broke that down. How many of the people he was connected to that fell in the category that he was looking for? Investors, business builders, bankers. 1,738 people of those 4,700 people, 37%. Those were his prospects. He was already connected to them. Then we came up with a posting strategy. You'll either learn to manage money or the lack of it will manage you, because it's all about posting. It's already putting things out there. So in looking at your profile, there's a bit of, it's confusing, okay? Because Manna Ministries International is the name of the company or whatever you're doing, but it's not kind of congruent. You know, when people think of a ministry, they don't think about getting rich. That makes
I
sense.
have to agree with you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely makes sense.
So what you have to do is you have to rework this. You have to be the person that they're looking for. And you're not looking for people that are looking for an opportunity. You're looking for successful people that are concerned about the diminishing value of their money, the diminishing value of their assets. They've got income coming in. They want to protect it. They want to do things with it. So it's a totally different audience. And you have to dress yourself up to be that person. And then it all comes down, to what you post. And for example, all personal growth involves change. I can go over here. That's the quote. We go to images. So it's said a different way. You've got change is inevitable, growth is optional. Got another one here. All right. So there are all kinds of different. All right. Now, what we want to do, all personal growth involves change. If and so sometimes you're going to find it. Well, here's an animated GIF. Now, sometimes they've got it. So it's a matter of finding something that fits what you're looking for. Sometimes you have it, and if you can't find it, well, then you can always go with a static image. And that's what it's all about. It's all about being the person that you want to talk to, person that you want to bring into your business would want to talk to. All right. So
Excellent.
you come tomorrow, 9:30. And what you can do is after we're connected, send me in the chat the email address and the password you use to log into your account.
Great. I'll do that.
And then I'll try jumping in and we'll see what happens. There's a special link that you can use to, for their customer service that you should be able to get to. So I'm glad you're back, and we'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
Excellent. I'll be there. Thank you.
As for the rest of you, what you post is a form of communication with everybody. Now, Ian, I got that message that you're trying to have me help you. So show up tomorrow. All right. I think the message it's 9:30 East Coast time. Let me unmute you for just a second. All right. Now, what you have to do when you're there is send me a little message in the chat. Max, I'm here. Because if I don't know you're there and I start working with people, sometimes by the time I get around to seeing you, I've run out of time. So I will look for you tomorrow.
That's me.
Okie doke.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, so can you be on tomorrow morning?
That's 9:30 your time, so that's the later one, isn't it?
No, that's the early one.
The early one. Okay. That I'll have to look at that and find out what time that is here.
Right. So I think I got a text message from you, and you had mentioned the morning. Let me just take a look and see. Right. See, what I do with these things is I start working with one person. I just go down the list. And when I start working with somebody, there's no time limit. I'll work with one person. I might take up the whole hour, but everybody learns by watching me help them. And to tell you the truth, I learn helping all of you. There's nobody out there that is as up to date and as current as what's happening on LinkedIn and Facebook than me. No one. My scripts, my strategies are all basically state of the art. You guys learn it and get it before it appeals to the masses. And of course, working with you and working with Wilson, I'm going to see things that may be brand new because they're introducing something in Australia. They introduce a lot of things, and then they see if they're popular, if they like it, if it's popular, they'll keep doing it. If not, they'll drop it, they'll dump it. So I'll catch up to you tomorrow too. As for the rest of you, I got to tell you, there has never, I've been doing this now for 27 years, going all the way back to the AOL days. And in the AOL days, it was a blast. I mean, imagine being able to know in advance, when you know what to look for, be able to pick out the people that clearly, not only would they be interested in what you're doing, but when they come into your business, they can be successful very, very quickly. But I have to warn you, okay? I have to warn you. Let me, I don't know if she's still here. This whole process, the more you get into it, the more you do, the more fun you're going to have. And frankly, it becomes addicting. I'm telling you, you can't understand. It's free. Now, you may have to pay for the advanced service, okay? And I think Recruiter Lite, I think it's maybe $160 a month. Now, you might be saying, wow, $160. What you're spending, $160. And when you use Recruiter Lite correctly, you should be putting in 2 people a week into your business. It is a bargain. It's the only money that you'll ever have to spend. But again, if you're not, let me unmute Barbara for just a second. I haven't talked to Barbara in a while. There she is.
Hi, Max.
Barbara,
How are you?
I gotta tell you something. I've never been better. Is that a new picture?
It is. It is. I keep trying to update and change and make things look better. I have to change the back cover yet, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and some other things.
Yep. I might have something that you can use. So Barbara, you've been at this now, I think, for almost a year.
Almost. Uh-huh.
So the question that I have that I'd like you to share, with everybody is how much fun is this and how addicting can it?
Well, I can tell you, I've never had so much fun. It's every day is an adventure. It's like fishing. It's like going. It's just amazing because before like I said, I would order leads and pay for leads and frustrate myself with following up. Here, I am meeting some of the most unique people. I have a fella, he is actually a Green Beret and Special Force person that joined our team. I have spoke to some of the most unbelievable people that I've met on here. And to me, that is so wonderful. And I'm not going to tell you I'm like the recruiting monster. I don't quite have it all down pat yet with my scripts and my post and all of that. But I know that every day I get better and better because every day I consistently do something.
Mhm.
And I can't thank you enough for the things I've learned. And yes, it becomes addictive. You go, okay, let me see who I can talk to today.
So folks, I sent out an email and I kind of warned everybody that sometimes people, it's fun. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Yes.
And you're planting seeds. So don't be in a hurry. You're not here to sell. You're here to determine if there's an opportunity to sell. And once you determine that there is, in our February boot camp, I've got a whole new slant on the conversation. People typically, the biggest challenge they have is, when can I talk about my business? How do I transition from learning about them to talking about, when can I use those transition lines? And I got that nailed. I mean, last month I came up with a whole new formula and a training model to show everybody exactly how you make that transition. So we're going to increase the fun that everybody has, and frankly, eliminate rejection. So congratulations, Barbara. And
Well, thank you. And I'm intending on, for some reason, I didn't get the January boot camp. I've been sick and process of trying to move, and I could come up with 41 excuses, but my goal is to attend February boot camp because I've learned so much from you. And I tell my team, this is what we need to do. Come on, just come on already.
well,
And
Barbara, when you register for February, you get the recorded sessions for January. So
thank you. You're a very giving person. I got to say that, Max, and a very caring person. And I do appreciate everything that you do.
well, I appreciate you too, Barbara. And as for the
Thank
rest of you, we'll be back tomorrow. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.
Thank you.